insanity will always reign supreme. We are the Dimension. Hey guys, welcome back again. I'm Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for another unbox. The boxes are already gone. Long story short, I had some audio issues and we're re-recording every single video of this series that I recorded. We are doing the Marvel Legends What If wave. Unfortunately, I had sound issues, and personally, I wouldn't want to listen to a very bad echo or static throughout the recording. You wouldn't want to either, guys. So I re-recorded everything all over again, a little bit more faster, a little bit more abridged, to give you my thoughts, my questions, my opinions on the What If wave. This time around, we are jumping into the final figure from the What If wave. And she's actually not a character featured in What If, but featured in Loki. This is Sylvie. Now, if you're not familiar with the Loki series, it explores, if you ever, I hope you saw the Marvel movies, especially Endgame, when the Avengers went back in time, they kind of created a slight little paradox and a variant where Loki, after he was captured after the Avengers movie, got his hands on the Tesseract and vanished. Well, what happens when he does that? Well, the TVA, the Time Variant Authority, find him and they capture him. Well, long story short, he learns about this agency that goes through time to help prevent paradoxes or from variants, alternate forms of another, from altering space and time, protecting the prime timeline, or the sacred timeline as they like to call it. Well, there is a different Loki. There is a female version of Loki that exists. Her name is Sylvie. And the two actually kind of become like a love-hate buddy cop type pair up. Now, her whole vendetta is to stop the TVA at all costs, to bring the whole damn agency and authority down, crumbling in a fiery blaze. That's her whole motivation. So here we are. We have Sylvie. This is now obviously her sculpt is going to be very different from the rest of the What If wave because that's all based on an animation of the What If series. But they did a tremendous job on the actual actress here. Let me get a better look here. I got a ton of light here, guys. So let's kind of pull my ring light back, see if we can get a better look right there. Don't know how well. Let me see if I can get this to focus just a wee bit more. It's not doing too well. Let me switch to my secondary views. Okay, so here we go. They did a great job. Now, in case you're wondering, no, she's not missing a second horn. The other horn is broken off. We see that in the series. Now, a couple things about the figure itself. Let's get a little bit more light here. She does have one sword here, one blade. Now, it doesn't make sense to try and have her hold it in this hand because the way this is sculpted, this cape, this jacket can come right off. But the way it's sculpted, it kind of limits her posability with her right arm. So if we take that off, there we go. We can do a lot more posing. But here's the thing. It kind of makes her stature, her frame look very bony. You know, very skinny. I mean, I don't know, like her arms look too skinny to me. So obviously she looks, and look, her neck is, she looks like a giraffe. I mean, it's a beanpole. Also, she's got this belt that just hangs around, doesn't really serve any kind of purpose other than decorative. I would have liked it if we could have had something for the blade to kind of stow onto, like even if like a little slot so it can kind of hang on the belt, even if we don't see it, or something for her to hang it on her back. I know in the show she has magic, she has powers just like Loki does, and she just makes it kind of manifest out of nowhere. But for the sake of accessories and storage, I would have liked something like that. Now, on the outfit here, you can see like she's got the usual Loki kind of, I don't know what you would call it, adornments, that little brass gold piece right there, but it looks a little faded. I have to rewatch the series to see if that's actually screen accurate or not. If not, I might want to take a little bit of gold and do some faint dry brushing to kind of fill that in a little bit to make it pop a little more. That is one thought I had here. But it's a great figure. I really like what they did here. The hair sculpt. The head sculpt on here is fantastic. I mean, she looks amazing. I will say this. If we take the coat off, her outfit looks very almost monochromatic. Looks very dull. It does, it doesn't make, nothing on it really stands out. Now I get that, yes, she's wearing the green kind of leather, the dark greens like Loki does, but at least with the coat, with this cloak, it adds a little bit of contrast. It pops a little more, at least in my eyes, guys. I would have liked this to be a little bit more, I don't know, metallic in a way, but also if you look really close on the blade, I don't know how well this is going to show. It doesn't show well, but there's some writing. Like you would see some kind of legal writing on here. That's what it looks like. And it's just kind of crap that they threw that onto the blade. Now it feels like Celtic runes or something, or Norse runes. I could see something like that looking way better on there, but we don't get that. But aside from that, she's an awesome figure. I think she looks great. She's gonna go great with Loki. And now I just have to get Mobius to go with them. But she's a very solid figure, good posing. It's just those few gripes that I have. But that's about it. I would have liked a variant of Loki instead of him in his TVA outfit. Would have liked something else. But they really didn't have a Loki wave, so they included her in the What If wave. And I don't mind that. It's a very awesome wave. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do I feel about her? Well, I have to give her about 8 to an 8.5 in all honesty. I mean, if they would have had a slot for the blade to go on, that, or, maybe if the coat wasn't molded in such a way that her arms really don't have that much movement, it would be better. Now, for the other part of this video, the other part is we constructed the What If Watcher. He's a big boy. I mean, look at this. I have him in the palm of my hand. Now, if we want to do comparison, now he was not necessarily easy to put together. He does have peg holes for the bottom of his feet, but the pieces, I mean, we had a lot of pieces here that we had put together. He's massive. Let's compare him to Sylvie. He's a big boy right there. He is a big mofo. You don't want to mess with him. Plus with all his cosmic powers. But he is a very, very cool likeness of the Watcher from the comics. This is the Watcher as he appears in the What If series. I really need to get a little display disc for rotating. But he's very awesome. He is very posable. Our arm just came right out. Like I said, some of this was not easy to put together. Like a lot of Build-A-Figures, he does have his limitations. I'll be perfectly honest about that. I'm probably going to use a NECA stand for him since he is so big, for his feet, that is, so he can stand up. But he stands up pretty well on his own, guys. See? He's pretty stable. He's a stable boy. But he's done pretty well. I've seen worse. Like this part right here has come off a few times. If it comes off again, I'm going to hit it with a dab of hot glue just to hold it in place. I'm not going to be reselling him. I'm not going to be sending parts off to anyone. He's for my own display. I wanted him to go with the rest of the series. But as far as a Build-A-Figure goes, I'll give him about 8 and an 8.5. It's just that it was a little hard getting some of the pieces to hold in together. That's why. If it wasn't such a difficult process to assemble him, then I would say about 9.5, but I gotta mark him down. But as far as the stature goes, like with some of the other figures, because let's get a few of them over here so you guys can get a nice little look. I mean, as far as stature goes, let's get this angled down so you guys can get a kind of a good look. So you can see right there. Let me get this down. I mean, it's like Peter's head hits about the elbow elbow of him right there. I mean, it's pretty good. I think probably he would have been just a little bit bigger. He probably would have been a little bit bigger. I mean, if you watch the cartoon or read the comics, the Watcher tends to be a much bigger stature. But I think for the cartoon, they did pretty good, pretty well. I still have a few what if figures to get. That is the Hydra Stomper and also Stealth Captain Carter, which I'm hoping to get sometime soon. I'm trying to get an order out sometime this week. That one's only a Target exclusive, but I did score a Hydra Stomper for $37.99, considering he was like around between $50 and $60 originally. And I was able to score that through dorksidetoys.com. I'm going to have a link in the video description for them below. No, I am not affiliated with them in any shape or form. I just had a very surprising experience checking out their website for the very first time. I know, I'm late to the party. I know, guys. But awesome site. They have some amazing deals. Figures that you might not see in the stores anymore right now. They have them both loose and in package perfect. You definitely want to check them out, guys. Amazing. I mean, they get not just Marvel, DC, NECA, you name it, they claim it, guys. You don't want to miss out on them. Speaking of not missing out, I want you guys to jump into the video description below and check out our YouTube warriors. Those are everyday people like you and me who make some amazing content that you don't want to miss out on. So please do me that favor. And by the way, if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. If you got comments, questions, or concerns, you can always hit my social links. And please, you see that Cash App link right there if you want to contribute to the channel. Help us get new figures, new items, so we can do more amazing content. Please, I'd appreciate it if you could help us out any way possible. And also, Instagram, Dave's_dimension and you can also hit me up on Twitter. As always, guys, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, hit me up through the socials or hit me up in the comments section below. And if you want to pay attention to the channel, you want to see our next video, hit that red button, hit that bell for notifications. And until next time, guys, you know what I'm going to say. Two things. Keep on busting, and I will always catch you on the flip side.